Hi, everyone. My name is Jodi. You are here for Up Early with Jodi. I do this once a month. I've been with the organization since January of 2020. I built up my business when COVID shut the world down. I also was awarded the top travel booker at convention last year. So I do book a lot of travel. I also team build. I'm a one-star platinum as far as team building. The reason why I wanted to do Up Early is because I get a lot of messages from people asking me questions. How do you do this? I can't do this. I'm stuck, things of that nature. So I'm always helping my team with that, but I'd like to help all of Evolution if I can. So a few things. The Up Early is more, I wanted to have something. I know we have booking Q&As and we have other types of Q&As. I wanted something where it was a safe space to talk about how we feel, any struggles, things of that nature. But I also want to show how to get past those struggles as well. So the first thing, and I will open this up later for some Q&As, but the first thing I hear from people is, I can't do this. I can't do this. Well, number one, if you say that, you're not going to be able to do it. Mindset is everything. If I would have said when COVID shut the world down, I can't do this, I would not be here right now. My team probably would not be here right now. I didn't say I can't do this. I said, what do I need to do to make this work? So I am big on your why. My why is to never work for a boss ever again. Ever again. I am a really, really hard worker. I have a great work ethic, but I was working hard for others who didn't appreciate me. There were some issues why I left my last job that I loved, that I was at for almost 5 years. But what I did is I took what I was taught here and I did it consistently. And that is a big problem that a lot of agents have, is there's no consistency. If you're not going to be consistent in whatever you do, you're not going to be successful. So when I started, I was very consistent with mock bookings. Okay. I now am consistent with networking. I've moved on to networking, so a whole different thing. But I'm also consistent with every single morning. The first thing I do every day is I post in 5 groups for travel and 5 groups for team building every single day. I don't start my day without that. And how I end my day, I want to jump to that, is I write a list every single day of what I need to do the next day. If I don't write that list and I close my computer, I feel like, oh no, I need to get back on and write my list. The more you do things consistently, the more it's becoming a habit. And then you have those habits that you build, and you keep building those habits, that you will be successful. So I want to go over a few things that I do. Some people I've actually talked to and they've never heard of what a mock booking is. So I'm going to share a mock booking that I did. Sorry, I want to get into my... So everybody can do a mock booking differently. Mock booking is basically a booking ad. Okay, it's just a booking ad that you're going to share into Facebook groups. So join 5 to 7, no more than that, Facebook groups a day. They can be, and this is another thing I hear. People say, well, I can't get into any groups. Every group is turning me down. I am in hundreds of groups. Read the rules for the groups. Now, for me, I only want local groups because I like to build up my local area. Some people like to post all over the country. I just do my local for travel. Join moms groups, networking groups, community groups, garage sales, no rules, things like that. But read the rules. Read the rules, because the rules will state sometimes you can post on the 15th of the month. That should be on your calendar, the 15th of every month, that you can post in that that group. So let me just actually show you one of my, don't judge my calendars. All right, so the 15th of the month, I can post on Kennett Square Community. I can post on Mom Advice. I can post here. I can post here. I can post here. So I have it all written down where I can post. Okay, so this for me is my mock booking. I always do usually 5 nights. I usually like to do Punta Cana, Mexico, Jamaica, because that is the cheapest to get to from our area. I say what it includes. I say if I can hold the booking. Okay, I'm going to mute you guys.
There's got to be cheese sticks left.
Okay. Okay. All right. And so then a call to action. So the reason why I do November in Punta Cana, what if I do another Punta Cana one? So what I do is I actually have a groups spreadsheet where I write down every day what I post. So here it says November Punta Cana, it was Secrets Royal Beach. So if somebody texts me and says November Punta Cana, I can say, oh, that was the Secrets Royal Beach one. So I know that. I'm actually going to put in the chat, and I posted this other times. These are my links. This has my YouTube channel, vacation quote request form, traveler feedback form. I have all kinds of pointers. I have a copy of group spreadsheet. So it's not going to show the groups, but it will show my titles on there. So I will put this in the chat now. Okay, so anybody can have that. I also have on here, I'll show real quick, reward program. Some might not be updated, but every time I book something, I do put it in. If there's a rewards program, I put it in there. So mock bookings. What I tell people is do 2 to 3 mock bookings a week, but share them into groups every single day. Another thing you can do if you don't want to just do mock bookings is you can introduce yourself. So this is what I do. I just did this morning. I explain who I am, what I can do for you, call to action. And usually, I don't love the photo, but I'm on a beach. So it draws people's attention. What's great about this, and I'm going to go into networking soon, is that if you are in networking, a lot of times people will tag you when somebody says, either I'm looking for a travel agent, or they might see this and post underneath, oh, I booked a trip with Jodi. I have that on one other one. I didn't pull it up. She was great. So it's good to get that feedback as well on social media. So you want to be consistent with social media. If you are not a social media person, that's fine. I do feel that it helps a lot. I mean, I'd be happy to never post on social media again. What I also do is I post on my personal page to get interactions, because your personal page will help your business page. The other thing I want to show you is your personal page should show, I'm an owner travel advisor, JZW Travel. They can click on JZW Travel here. You want to make sure that it shows on there that you are a travel agent. Okay, and not only are you a travel agent, but how to get to your page. I am not one to want to post my travel on my personal page all the time, because I don't want to spam my family and friends. But what I will do is sometimes I'll post, can you invite your friends to like my page? Let's see if I can find that one. Let's see if I have that. Let's see. Okay, so I did in honor of my 5-year mark, would love to get to 5,000 followers. Can you help me by going to JZW Travel, hit the 3 dots and invite friends? So I have gotten, one time I did that and I got, oh gosh, I forget how many, I think 300 new followers from people because they invited their friends. Okay, so that's just another way to do things. What I also want to go over is, let me just see if I'm missing anything. What I also want to go over, and I did do this for okay, question, are you joining groups with your personal? I join with my personal, rarely with my business. Yes, it is possible to join groups with your business, but not as many. I'd like to join for my personal. I keep my personal Facebook page public. If I ever post anything that I don't want the public to see, I can make that private. But the first thing they're going to see when they see my page is they're going to see the picture of me and my kids, my husband. Okay, they're going to see that. I want them to see that I'm a real person. I'm not spammy. If I just had my logo on my JZW page, I'm sort of faceless there. Okay, because I have that picture and I have that picture. So I like to do it for my personal page. So I'm sharing my my mock bookings, I'm sharing from, pull it up again. I know it's coming up. I know it's coming up. Okay. So when I shared it, first of all, let's look at the insights on this. I only shared it 5 times. It was seen 2,000 people. Highest I've had it seen by was 31,000 people, free advertising. So what I do is I'm going, if I go to Pennsylvania Online Yard Sale, so I end up posting it again up top because it usually shows on the bottom, but that way it shows my business, but shows me as well. So that's the way I like to do it. I want to tell you one thing, guys, there's no right or wrong. You have to do what works best for you. No, I don't. Sorry, Emily. I'm very technically challenged and I only know what I know and I don't know anything about that. So when I do a mock booking, Susan, and if you look at my YouTube, I do have mock booking trainings on there because I don't want to go into too much about that today. What I will do is I will check TripAdvisor for the reviews on that resort. I will look at Expedia.com, not Expedia Tap, and I will see if the pricing is similar. If the pricing, sometimes Expedia will do 100% flights free, but that might be a layover, that might be basic economy, whatever it might be. I always will go and check the pricing and make sure apples to apples kind of thing. If it's around the same price, I do it. If Expedia is a tiny bit lower, I'll post it. If Expedia is a lot lower, I won't post it. I hope that helps. All right. The other thing I want to go over with you I apologize to my team who have seen this before when Joe and I did it, but I want to go over this networking thing that my husband and I did last month. So my husband decided last summer he wanted to leave this year his career after 27 years of being, in a corporate world. And he wanted to help me build my business even more. So we were going down to one income. And we knew we needed to make some changes. So one of the things I knew I could do better is networking more, getting out in front of people more. My gosh, that has helped my business. So I just booked a 30-some thousand trip from networking. I have booked so many trips because people will tag me, people will use me, people will tell their friends. So what I've done, what I did before is I was in one networking group. I then joined the Chamber of Commerce. You have to be visible. You can't just join these networking groups and not show up. You have to be consistent with them as well. So he now helps with a lot of the networking, but even if he didn't, the first thing I do, I write my schedule for the week. And every Wednesday, the Wednesday before, I will set up my schedule for the week. And I will go and mark down whatever networking events I have. And I will then go and build my schedule around my networking events. So like tomorrow, I have, oh, no, that's an MRI. That's different. Next Wednesday, I have a meeting for our chamber. I will not plan anything around that. It will be that I'm going to the chamber meeting. Networking events really do help. You're building a personal relationship with other people. So let me just admit people. And it really does help get the word out. So I highly recommend it. So let me go into, and not all of, let me also say before I go into this, not everything has to be money. So what we're in 2 Tuesdays a month. We're in a networking group. And you have to pay for lunch and a $2 raffle ticket. We go to 2 happy hours a month where we have to pay nothing. We only pay for a drink if we want to drink because they will give us food. We are in the chamber, which I paid for. It was like $285 for the year. We go to a free networking thing, which has about 60 people every Friday. And then somebody through networking told us about this thing at senior citizen homes and nursing homes with people who are looking to help seniors. So it could be anything from Medicare or insurance or anything, but we want seniors to travel too. So it costs $35 a year and it comes with breakfast every single time and it's once a month. How do you find out about it? Let's go into this and then we'll talk a little bit more. So why networking matters for small businesses. It builds relationships. You're going to create trust with potential clients, partners, industry peers. It increases your visibility. My gosh, it really does. It gets your business name out in the community. It drives referrals. So you get word of mouth recommendations, but clients recommending tour packages. So word of mouth recommendations are huge. That means more than anything. So I had a trip that I booked for someone. It was a $13,000 trip. She posted on one of the Facebook groups. She was looking for a travel agent. Someone in my networking group tagged me and said, you have to use her. When she contacted me, she said, I asked her, are you working with anybody else? She says, no. She goes, if Jill referred you, then I trust Jill, so I'm going to use you. You have access to resources. You can connect with suppliers, collaborators, mentors. So you can partner with local businesses. It's also good for, if there's a local business that might do shirts and you want to get, or hats with your logo on it, you work with them. They're going to want to work with you, or they're going to want to refer you. And so it is cost-effective marketing. It often requires time, but it always doesn't require money, unlike traditional advertising. You could pay $300 for a magazine to go to people's houses, but I think in person means a lot more personally. So key networking strategies. You want to enhance your visibility and credibility. So you want to join a local chamber of commerce. You can go as a guest first. You can go as a guest to a lot of organizations or a lot of networking organizations and see if it's right for you. We've been to some and said, we met who we met, and I'm not sure they're the right people for us or whatever. Attend events, workshops, mixers to meet local business owners. I know Sharon on our team is part of a chamber. She will go to ribbon cutting ceremonies of businesses she doesn't know, but they've gotten to know her now. Gain credibility through membership and sponsorship opportunities. Try and think of your ROI, your return on investment with these. Our chamber did have a gala and we did give a raffle basket. They just did a golf tournament. We did not do that. So we try and pick and choose what we're going to put our money into. And what we just did is we actually just sponsored a networking happy hour. The place of you pay half price for the apps at this networking happy hour, and you sponsor it. So you get to talk about it. You can give some giveaways away. I gave away 3 JZW travel bags. So now those people have those bags. I put some liquor in it, but now they have those bags to carry around. So if they carry it around, people see my JZW travel. BNI is another one, Business Networking International. It focuses on referral-based networking. So there are different types of networking groups. The one that I go to for the lunch, only one per industry can be there. So there's going to be no other travel agent. The one I go to on Fridays, anybody could be there. So there could be a bunch of different travel agents. Luckily, I'm the only one. BNI, it does cost money and it does cost a lot. It can be up to about $1,000-ish for the year. You might have to pay for a breakfast or a lunch or something like that. You could possibly do it virtual. They are all over the country, so you can go and search BNI online. You have to commit to weekly meetings. You have to see what it entails. A lot of the BNIs will only let you miss so many weeks, but you can get subs to fill in for you. It does help your business a lot. I chose not to do it. I have been a couple times as a guest, and now my husband will sub for people when they need subs. The reason I didn't want to, I don't want to commit. I do travel a lot. Sometimes I will travel once a month. So I just don't want to commit and have to find somebody. And I've been very successful with my other networking groups. However, if you think about doing BNI, it really is a great payoff. So what I suggest is maybe check your local BNI, see one that does not have a travel agent, and ask if you can come as a guest a couple times. You can also engage in open networking and free trade events. There might be community fairs, open networking nights. You could offer free travel consultations or mini workshops to attract interest if you want. So the execution matters. Small businesses must actively engage at events, not just join the chamber. So don't just, what I said, don't join the chamber and not go to the events. You have to prepare an elevator pitch. It should be a 30-second elevator pitch. It can be something like, hi, my name is Jodi. I'm the owner of JCW Travel. I specialize in island and all-inclusive vacations, cruises, and Europe. This week, a great referral for me would be somebody who owns a bridal salon, so I can partner with them, blah, 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 blah. Thanks, my name is Jodi Werski, JCW Travel. 30 seconds, tell somebody what you do and a good referral for you, who a good referral would be. So time investment, networking does require consistent effort and time. You should set goals. So you should meet new people to maximize your ROI. So when you meet people at a networking event, you should, if you get their business card, you should always have business cards on you. Even if you have digital business cards, you should have some physical ones. A lot of them will do giveaways if you have the physical one. And a lot of people still like the physical ones, not just the digital. So when I come back, I have the business cards. I will connect with them on LinkedIn, sometimes Facebook. And if you find somebody that you really hit it off with, ask them for a one-on-one. It can be over a coffee. It could be on Zoom, something like that. And per web data, this is Joe's, strategic networking is more effective. So everyone should have an action plan. You should research your local chamber of commerce and attend one event. Find a nearby BNI chapter, visit as a guest. Attend an open networking event or trade show in your area. How you can find out about a lot of these, go on LinkedIn or go on Facebook and say, hey, I'm looking into networking groups by me. Does anybody know of any? Connect with 5 new professionals on LinkedIn with personalized messages. Send them a message. Hey, it was great to meet you last night. If I know of anyone looking to purchase blah, 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 I will definitely send them your way, etc. You could schedule follow-ups with at least 2 contacts per week. Keep building your network. And if you want, host a small event to showcase your expertise. You could do it in your home, put out some wine, cheese, have some, a little travel party, anything like that. Host something at a local, restaurant. And then measure your success, track your new clients, referrals, your partnerships gained through networking, and set a goal. Say, gain 3 new travel clients from networking in 90 days. So that's just something as far as networking to think about. Okay, let me go. And I give credit to my husband who did that. So, okay, so Susan, are you able to unmute? Do I let you unmute? Does it let you unmute?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think you suck at it?
I am very shy.
Okay. So
So
I
for
like
me to
groups.
walk up to somebody and talk to somebody that I don't know is very difficult.
Okay. So if you have a networking event where you could bring somebody. If you have a networking event, just say a happy hour might be, do you drink?
Sometimes.
Okay. Get a glass of wine, have a glass of wine, calm your nerves a little bit. And if you go to some of these, a lot of times people will come up to you and say, hi, what's your name? What do you do? And it just starts from there. The more you go to it, the easier it is. I actually am very good one-on-one, and I absolutely get nervous in front of groups. My husband is great. He can talk to anybody in front of groups, but I get there, and just, if you can talk to one person, that's one more person that you now know.
Okay.
Okay. But get yourself out of your comfort zone. You just have to do it. So, okay. Luana asked a different question. Do you know Cruise World, and is it worth it to go? I've gone to Cruise 360. I loved it. I've heard good things about Cruise World. Yeah, Ed, I gave him a I gave him some credit there. So the thing is, you have to decide what you want from your business and you have to go for it. That's the bottom line. You have to go for it, whether it's posting, whether it's networking. You also, another way, if you are a team builder, another way to build your business is to help your team book, help your team build, be there for them, because that also will grow your business on the other end. Sorry, I'm just reading. Vanessa Van Edwards calls herself a recovering awkward person. Her interviews on YouTube have been very helpful in teaching how to talk to people. Awesome. Awesome. And I saw something else. That's a good question. What's more important, my success or my comfort? So the thing is, anything you do, I mean, whatever you do, if it's something new or something that you're uncomfortable with, the more you do it, the better you'll feel about it. But I've gone where I'm like the wallflower and feel like I'm back in like ninth grade, not having anybody dance with me. And I do that. But then little by little, I've actually met some really good friends through this. I met Patty Duffy, who's on here from networking. I didn't know Patty. And I've known her for years. And now she just reached out and said, I want to be a travel agent. I need to get out of my comfort zone, but I let my husband work the crowd while I handle my herded kids. So you do. So here's the thing. That's actually an interesting thing, because since my husband now is handling most of the networking, I've been told by many people at the networking events, you still need to come. So what I'll do is, if there are two, just say lunches per month, today I cannot go. I'm hosting 3 different trainings. I won't go today, but I will make sure I'm at that next one. So I will go to at least one a month of, if something's 4 weeks, I will go to 1 or 2 of them. I will still show my face. I don't want it to just be my husband's face. So you do need to get out of your comfort zone. I'm having trouble setting up all my social media. Is there more in-depth information on how to do it? Tara, I don't know that answer. I set mine up so long ago. You can check my YouTube and see if I have any training on there, but if not, I'd probably say reach out to your mentor and see. Yeah, getting outside your comfort zone will give you rewards you never expect. And yeah, most chambers have ambassadors, so that is true. So like Lulu reached out to me. Now I already knew her, but they do have ambassadors to help you. So welcome you to the event. They have, chambers have usually a new member lunch, which is great because everybody's new. But yeah, that's a great point, Patty. So now I want to open it up. What I want to know, okay, here's a question. How do you handle the paperwork, like commission tracking form? Danielle, can you unmute? Because I'm not sure what you mean by that. I do a lot of my admin work at night after client hours. I'll be watching TV and do my commission tracking forms, do my reward programs. I do everything like that.
Okay, I'm here.
So what did you mean by that? How do I handle it?
Well, I find that it creates resistance because I'm like, do you have a printer? You know, you've got to sign this paper.
No, you're not
That's
talking
about-
about commission tracking form. You're talking about the,
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you're talking about credit card authorization form. So I pay for Travefy and I do it electronic. And so I have everything that I would have had on that form that I would have texted them or emailed them, and I do it through Travefy.
Okay.
I love Travefy because, or you can do Travefy, you can do Travel Joy, you can do Turn. I love Travefy. Yeah, it makes the process so much easier. There's customer support is great. You can do a one-on-one with them. You can do a trial for 7 days, I think, first with them. Ask your, if you do Travefy, Travel Joy, or Turn, ask your mentor if they have a code for it. So if you sign up, you can, a referral code. I do have a referral code, but I will only give it if a mentor does not have it or somebody in your upline. It is definitely worth the investment. I started with it a week after I started here. It does great itineraries. It does, actually, I'll show you. Let me pull up one.
So I had started with, I tried Jotform and that's not super user friendly.
Yeah, so it's different. So when I first started, I did DocuSign. And I think at the time they let you do 3 sends a month for free. And then I
I
started.
didn't. I found DocuSign really user friendly, but I never paid for it. So
Right, I never paid. And then, no, maybe I did pay after a bit. And then I went to Travify. And once they were able to do the credit card authorization form, I do it there. But I'll just show you real quick. I did some quotes. So like that's a quote I did. I like how it looks. It gives them all the options. So I personally love Travify. I'm not pushing it, but I think most of them cost about $40 a month. If you can do it, it's so worth the investment, because once I do their confirmations, I will put optional tours on there through Viator. It's super easy. You just hit a promotion or a product code. It puts it on there. Let me see if I can find one of those. And a lot of times I will sell I don't do it for them. I'm trying to see who I did it for last. Because some of these I didn't, I don't think I did hers because I know how she, oops, that's not what I want. Let's see. So you can hide it once it's done. Let's see if I did any. I know these clients, I did not do it on theirs because I know how they are. They don't like to do tours. Let's see if I did it on hers. Yeah, so I wrote optional tour, how much it would be. So by doing that with Travify, they give you the booking link. So if this person's like, you know what, I want to go and book this, she'd click this link, she could book it and I get paid on it. So I like having optional tours. And I put my link on here as well, which I just find easier than doing Google Docs for itineraries. All right. Is it a type of website? Yeah. So Travify does offer you a website as well, website builder. Yeah. Other questions, guys. And I think today I want to focus on, struggles or questions as far as getting clients and things of that nature. So any questions? Where do you get this credit card authorization on Travify? You make it. So you make it under forms. And I think they actually have a video that shows you how to do it. If not, you can always sign up for a one-on-one with them. They are so amazing. Other questions? And I'm going to call Ed out for a second because Ed said he's tried networking. It's not worked for him around his area. And what I'd say to Ed is try different networking groups. Keep trying until you find that connection that works for you as well.
Thanks, Jodi.
But
Yeah,
seriously.
I think it's everybody's gonna have different experience in different areas and so forth. I mean, some of my networking spots around here, it is a little saturated with other agents, so it makes it a little harder to.
But you probably are one of the few men as a travel agent, I would guess.
That is true. Even though the one networking group, there is an older gentleman that's sells a lot of cruises. So it's. I mean, you could go be consistent. It could be discouraging at times, but you never know what could happen, or somebody might not like that person anymore, or something might happen, and maybe you could take over for somebody else, or there's somebody else new that doesn't know about them. So,
well, I just met somebody at a networking event. I just said hello to him, but didn't really, what do you do? Like, had nothing in common with this man. And then he introduced me to his fiance, and she and I hit it off, just chit-chatting, not me pushing network travel, just chit-chatting. I just got a message from her. They're doing a wedding at Sandals Antigua in September, like small wedding, and they want me to book it for them. So
that's good.
okay then. The other thing too, and I'm not going to say to Ed, But there could be moms groups that you just join moms groups. It doesn't have to be a networking group. It can be just a group of other people. Join a moms group, get to know them, and then they'll start to know you as a travel agent. So,
Yeah, I probably won't go that direction, but
no,
yeah.
I don't think so. You'd have to put a wig on at least. Okay, I think networking only is going to be the way to go for me from here on out. Like, oh, don't work with family and friends. I did not have family and friends actually come to me till about 2 years into this. How can I get safe clients and nice clients? So I'm going to say one thing: when you post on social media, and if you do mock bookings, post the type of clients that you want. So for me, I want secrets type clients. I don't want Ryu clients. I want, Virgin Voyages or celebrity clients, not Carnival clients. Don't take offense to anything I've just said there, but it's a type of clients that you market yourself to. Think about that. We have an agent who did a lot on TikTok and realized that her TikTok people wanted really cheap trips. She now has joined a BNI and her sales have gone up immensely because it's a different type of client. No, you don't need to have a CLIA card for Mexico fam trip. I highly recommend them. I went with Caribbean fam trips. I went, what was I going to say? Caribbean fam trips to Casa de Campo. It was run beautifully. You do have to pay for it. They do charge a fee. It's worth every penny. I will also say, when Karina just said, how do you get safe clients or nice clients? The travel advisors that I went with were first class because they had to pay for it. Some fam trips where you don't have to pay, you get different types of people, different types of travel agents. This one was great group of people. So no, you don't need a CLIA card. I know there are dad groups, but he's not a dad either. There are married men with dog groups, I'm sure. Poor Ed, he gets teased a lot by our team. I'm going to join accountability group to help with my consistency. My direct social media posts don't seem to engage enough people and don't usually lead to bookings. People search the internet and found me that way. How do I increase engagement on social media? So by being consistent, some posts will take off, some won't. Also post. So like I do branch up, but my whole thing is not branch up or Rallyo. It's different things. I will thank my clients on there. I will give some travel tips. I will post mock bookings. Different types of things. Keep doing it. I don't know how long you've been with this, but I mean, it did take me some time to be consistent. Do posts on your personal page. I am not a fan of, do you like pineapple on pizza? That's not my kind of engagement, but I might write something else. I just wrote about Archer because some other travel advisors will put us down saying we're MLMs. And I just wrote this whole thing about how I feel about our company. I would not have been here over 5 years if I did not believe in our company. And that got a lot of interaction. Keep doing the social media, take a little bit of Rallyo, a little bit, and Rallyo is through Cruising Power, a little bit of Branch Up, a little bit of your own stuff. If you find something, you could have posted the other day about United and JetBlue merging or whatever was in the news, something like that, to increase not just sales, but information as well. I don't know if that helps or not. Yes, you need to engage as well. I'm new, never made a page, don't really know what to put on it. I'm really focusing on training and watching Zoom meetings. So what I suggest to everyone when you start, everyone should be having a one-on-one with their mentor, the person who brought you in. Everyone should be doing that. I am not one as a team builder to hold my client or hold my agents' hands. Absolutely not. But every Friday I will email my direct agents with my calendar for the next week where they can sign up for a one-on-one or a new agent meeting. I will always offer it. I cannot make people do it and have the call with me, but I always offer it. So as a team builder, you should always be offering that to your new agents, because it's not just about bringing agents onto the team, it's about retaining them. You should be able to, even if you have a few agents, get on a free Zoom, have a Zoom maybe once a week, something like that. But Veronica, reach out to your mentor. If your mentor is not in the company anymore, and that's another thing that people say, my mentor left, my mentor doesn't help me. So my mentor didn't help me past day one. She's a wonderful girl, but she didn't want a team build. The person who brought me to the call blew me off. So I went to her and said, would you support, would you host, would you, whatever, sponsor me? But I went to the trainings, I went to that, I asked questions. But in your back office, under, I think it's account, it says your upline. It will say who is above your mentor, who is still in the business. Reach out to them, it gives their information. Region 7C's kind of travel agent. All right. And you know what, Veronica, you say you're not very good with social media. You're trying to learn. Who was I with? I was with Will, I forget his last name. He's a photographer and he's done stuff for ALG. And he said, there's no bad picture, because he's all about photos. Just post what you feel like posting. So I'm going to tell you, the only rules I feel about social media: on your personal page should not have religion or politics. End of story. Should not have religion or politics. You should speak professionally. You should not be cursing on your personal page, because if people see that personal page, I'm going to come right out. What if I'm a Democrat and you're a Republican and you're posting all about Trump, and I, as a Democrat, do not like Trump, and I'm like, I don't want to work with this person. Politics shouldn't matter, but unfortunately it does with certain people. So that's the only rules that I would say. Men with no kids group. Okay, so if it's dried up, you have to think, Susan, why did it dry up? You probably have not been consistent. You probably have not been consistent. And it's, if, the social media is not working, get that networking in as well. Oh, can I talk about how, yes, training functions with suppliers like Pleasant Holidays, Apple Vacations, Cruises, etc. Check your emails, because a lot of times you will get an email that, Exotica is coming to town. Sign up for that. You go there, you get to know your BDMs. Make sure that you go to, if you're invited to something, try and get to it, because that also helps you as an agent. It helps you as far as if there are any issues, if you need more information, anything like that. But that's a great thing to do as well to help your business. Thanks, Carolyn. This is interesting, Kim. What is a round number that should be put aside for marketing dollars year one? Is my husband on this call, or did he?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What did, oh, look at that picture of us. How cute. What did you say?
5% of your, I think it was 5% of your gross.
5%. So what do you think year one? I don't know. I don't put away 5%. I'm bad at that.
Not even close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say to have a few $100 for different things, for chambers, for like Canva or whatever other things that you're talking about, from making your process easier.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those come with little marketing tools also that you can post directly from the apps.
Yeah. And so Kim, so we paid for the chamber. There was a free trade thing that we did not want to pay $250 for the year, because we've seen a lot of those people in other places that we can get either chamber or free. So you sort of have to just see what works for you. So,
okay. Do you think the vouchers are really of value? Like, it seems like people have to pay for those vouchers. Like,
oh, I don't like the vouchers.
Okay, I just not understanding.
There's usually taxes and fees. I don't like the voucher. That's just me personally.
Okay, I just didn't understand them. Thanks.
I feel like they're misleading.
Yeah. So, I mean, some people love them. It's just not my thing. there are some social media tools in Pleasant Holidays. I'm sure there's also on ALG as well. And guys, look, I get emails from my sandals rep, and a lot of times things are already done where I just have to post it, or Virgin Voyages. So if you follow your BDMs on social media, a lot of times they'll post and say, here's something that you can post on your page. Mom's groups for Irish triplets. That's awesome. How long did it take you to make your first booking? I feel overwhelmed. I just started a month ago. Okay, Katrina, you will feel overwhelmed. If you didn't feel overwhelmed, I'd worry about you. 100%, we've all felt overwhelmed. My first booking was 11 days after I started. When I first started, a week after I started posting mock bookings. I sent an email to everyone in my address book. I emailed myself and BCC'd everyone else, telling them I'm a travel agent. I posted on my personal page that I'm a travel agent, but I don't do that like all the time. I let them know up front. Because of that, posting on the Facebook page, a Facebook friend, somebody I went to high school with 30 years prior, wanted to book a trip for the next month. And she reached out to me and said, well, why should I go with you and not Cheap Caribbean? And I was like, oh, I really don't know. You fake it till you make it. So I was like, because you have the personal touch with me. And I booked her, and I was not sure of myself at all. But what I tell my agents is, when you have your first booking, please reach out to me. Let's do a Zoom, because I want to make sure that booking is correct. So you can reach out to, once you get to that point, to your mentor to make sure you do the booking correct. Mock bookings, they're not so much, in my opinion, where you will book that trip. What it is that people will start seeing your posts and start following your page. I had a guy who followed my page. He said, I've been following you for 3 months and I wanted to make sure you're legit, and now I want to book with you. Okay, so keep doing the mock bookings, or introduce yourself into the pages. Get out there, hand out business cards. In the very beginning, I would put business cards in a billfold when I'm paying my bill. I have business cards hanging in my dry cleaners, at the pizza place. The pizza place I always have to replenish, and my nail salon. Put them in spas and nail salons, they will go. If you get your hair done, ask your hairdresser, here's a stack of cards, can you hand them out if somebody's ever talking about going away? Okay, so it's going to take you some time. You have to realize this is a business and it takes time to build your business. My goal was, within 6 months, I would have 5 bookings a month. I knew it would take time. That did not happen for me because of COVID, but it didn't stop me either. Okay. What if your gross is very low? Yeah, networking at farmers markets. So I think that's great. You have to check what the rules are. I actually did look for our growers market for the rules, and just have, you can get some collateral online. You can get some brochures of yours printed up. You can, or have, like, I ended up getting, I don't have them here, stickers of my business card that I could put on the back of, like, if I had any collateral or anything like that, and have candy. Always have a candy jar. I'd come up to you if you had a candy jar. Yeah, spend money to make money. So you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest. How do you network? No, you would get a table at a farmer's market. Have a flyer posted at her stall. Okay. All right, cool. And another thing you can do, guys, come right out to your friends and family in the beginning and say, hey, would you mind referring me? Not saying, will you use me? Would you mind referring me? How do you handle clients who have unrealistic expectations? I tell them. I come right out and say, what's your max budget? I will do a quick search and I say, look, can I get you something in that budget? Yes. Would I want to send you to those resorts? No. Because you have to remember, if you're going to send them to one of those resorts, it's not a great resort, in a low budget, and they get there and hate it, they're not going to say, I gave my travel agent that budget. They're going to say, my travel agent sent me to this shithole. So You have to, and come right out and tell them, you have to lead. You have to be the one to take charge of that phone call or Zoom call with your client. I actually ticked off somebody. She talked to me, somebody from networking who now refers me to everyone and booked with me. She asked me right before Thanksgiving, what deals do you have? I go, I hate that word. She goes, what? I go, I hate deals. She goes, what do you mean? I said, they're not really deals. Usually they will mark something up and say 30% off. I said, deals are when they might add something onto it. I said, but I hate deals. I don't like when somebody says, find me a deal. So she told me later that I upset her when she thought I didn't want her business. I said, that's not it at all, but that's not how I work by finding deals. I find you a vacation that works for you. So let me see if I have, it doesn't let me minimize. From my Team Horizon. Trying to find where that, gosh, I don't remember where it is. Anybody on Team Horizon know where my email is? My email clients. Oh, here, yes. Okay. This should work. That should work. That's what I emailed everybody. Okay. All right. Any other questions? We got about 2 more minutes. So Chloe, I posted that there for you. Any last things? Did this help anybody?
I have a quick question. This is Chloe, Jodi.
Yeah. Hi, Chloe.
And it's Amy did you might not have been on it or not, but she did the learn and earn about us like launching and relaunching with email. So how long did it take you to get any hits when you did the email, letting everyone know that you were a travel agent?
I think from that email, I got a referral that first month.
Okay.
I think I got a referral. I can't say for sure. I'm not good at following through on things. And I also, Chloe, not good at remembering 5 years ago. So
Right.
I can't say for sure, but it's got to be a mix of everything. And you have to, the main thing is when I look at some agents, it doesn't show on their personal page about their business page or that they're a travel agent. Or they say, I've posted mock bookings and it was 2 weeks ago. So it's consistency. And for the people who work full time, get up 10 minutes earlier and post into social media or at night or something like that. But it should be on your calendar or on your list of every day. Like the thing on mine at the top, I put the date and I put 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 means, okay, 1 is I posted in the morning, 2, I posted in the afternoon, 3, I posted at night. So I have that list. Now, do I do 3 times a day now? No. Did I in the beginning? Yes. Do I do once a day now? 7 days a week? Yes. 7 days a week, except this Sunday I did not, but 7 days a week, I will post either introducing myself or mock booking and always jobs, always, every day. So just be consistent. I'd love to see next month, jump on this, and I'd love to see how people have done in the month and if anything has helped them. So Chloe, I don't know that I answered your question though. Sorry.
You did, because I've been trying to be consistent and maybe send out like 50 a day, 50 emails, a day, utilizing my
What are you sending it
prospect,
for then?
just a relaunch,
Okay. So I
relaunching.
do also have Mailer Lite, which is same as MailChimp or something like that. And I do send, so as soon as I get a prospective client, I have them in my client thing in Mailer Lite. I put their information in. as soon as they booked, they go into clients who have booked. So I know that, just say, Chloe, you reach out to me for a quote, but then you never follow through, but I have your email. I have you in my mailer light. So when I send out email marketing 3, 4, 5 times a month, a year, not a month, a year, you're going to get some email from me. So that's another thing is email marketing is a really good thing as well. And a lot of them are free until you get so many subscribers. So I do pay $15 a month for Mailer Lite for 2,500 subscribers. And I use it for
Okay,
booking and building.
Oh.
So
Do we
I
have a training on? Do we have a training on that? Because I've been just using my business Gmail.
No, I don't. And I'm not the best because they also have a new version and I refuse to go to it. I'm still in the classic version.
Uh-oh.
I am the
Uh-oh.
type of person, I know how to do what I know how to do, and that is it. No, but Google Mailer Lite or get onto Mailer Lite and see, because I know that, like, I have so many subscribers also because I put the people who have come to my team building calls in there as well,
Mhm.
because I reach out to them every month and say, if you're still interested, kind of thing. Okay.
Got it. Got it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks. Yeah, YouTube Mailer Lite. That's, Brianna, you must be younger, because my daughter learned how to change her tire. She learned how to crochet. She learned everything on YouTube. So, next week I will be doing tips and tidbits. I have to tell you, it's hard to keep up with tips and tidbits and come up with new things. So I might be redoing a lot of tips and tidbits. For those who don't know what tips and tidbits is it is just things that come to my mind that might help you. It's not a Q&A. It's not a booking Q&A, nothing like that. It is just some tips that might help you along the way. That is at 11 a.m. PST or PDT next Tuesday. So thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me. I will probably share this on my YouTube page. So Jodi Wariski. Have a good day. Bye.